name is Nurul Utami, student ID 25412056, from Accounting Class 25A. I would like to explain the PowerPoint material about speech. Definition of speech. Speech is a form of oral communication that is delivered directly to an audience with a specific purpose. In business communication, speech is not just about speaking. It also involves the ability to organize ideas properly, deliver messages clearly, and maintain a professional attitude. Speech is commonly used in various situations such as presentations, meetings, and other formal activities. Therefore, speech skills are very important for everyone in the workplace. Purpose of speech in business. In the business world, speech has several main purposes. First, to deliver important information so that it can be clearly understood by the audience. Second, to influence or persuade the audience about an idea, product, or decision. Third, to build a positive image, both for individuals and companies. Fourth, to establish professional relationships with different parties. And finally, to provide motivation or direction in the workplace. Because of these purposes, speech becomes a very strategic communication tool in business. Importance of speech in business communication. Speech plays a very important role in business communication. Through speech, a person can deliver ideas or opinions directly to the audience. In addition, good speaking skills can increase the audience's trust in the speaker. Speech also reflects a person's professionalism. The way someone speaks, chooses words, and delivers messages can strongly influence how others perceive them. Therefore, having good speech skills is a valuable advantage in the professional world. Types of speech in business. In business communication, there are several types of speech commonly used. The first is informative speech, which aims to provide information to the audience. The second is persuasive speech, which is used to influence or convince the audience. The third is motivational speech, which aims to inspire and encourage people. And the last is special occasion speech, which is usually used in specific events such as openings or formal ceremonies. Each type of speech has a different purpose and delivery style. Structure of a good speech. A good speech must have a clear and well-organized structure so that the audience can easily follow and understand the message. Basically, a speech consists of three main parts, which are the opening, the body, and the closing. The opening is used to introduce the topic and attract the audience's attention. This is the first impression, so it needs to be strong and engaging. The body is the most important part, where the speaker explains the main ideas in detail. This section should be structured logically so the audience can follow step by step without confusion. The closing is used to summarize the main points and leave a final impression. A strong closing helps the audience remember the key message even after the speech ends. If a speech has a clear structure, it will sound more professional, organized, and easier to understand. Opening of speech. The opening is one of the most crucial parts of a speech because it determines whether the audience will pay attention or not. In the opening, the speaker needs to create a good first impression. If the opening is interesting, the audience will feel more engaged and willing to listen until the end. There are several ways to make a strong opening. For example, you can start with a greeting, introduce yourself briefly, or mention the topic. You can also begin with a question, a surprising fact, or even a short story to grab attention. Besides that, the opening should also give a clear overview of what will be discussed, so the audience knows what to expect. A strong opening will make the audience more focused and interested in the rest of the speech. Body of speech. The body is the core part of the speech, where all the important information is delivered. In this section, the speaker must explain the topic clearly and in a well-organized way. Ideas should be presented step by step, so the audience can easily follow the explanation. It is important to use simple and clear language to avoid confusion. The speaker should also include supporting elements such as data, facts, or real-life examples to make the message more convincing. In addition, the speaker should stay focused on the topic and avoid unnecessary or unrelated information. Too much irrelevant information can make the audience lose interest. A well-structured and clear body will help the audience understand and remember the message better. Closing of speech. The closing is the final part of the speech, but it is just as important as the opening. In this part, the speaker should summarize the key points that have been discussed. This helps reinforce the main message so the audience can remember it clearly. The closing is also a good moment to emphasize the purpose of the speech and leave a strong final impression. A powerful closing can make the speech more memorable. Usually, the closing includes a final message, a hope, or even a call to action for the audience. It is also common to end with a polite thank you. A strong closing will make the audience feel satisfied and leave them with a clear understanding of the topic. Speech delivery techniques. To deliver an effective speech, it is not only about the content, but also about how the message is delivered to the audience. First, the speaker needs to use clear pronunciation so every word can be understood easily. In addition, voice intonation should be varied. If the speaker uses a flat or monotonous tone, the audience may quickly lose interest. On the other hand, a dynamic and expressive tone can make the speech more engaging. Second, it is important to control the speaking pace. Speaking too fast can make it difficult for the audience to follow the message, while speaking too slowly can make the speech feel boring. Therefore, the speaker should find a balanced pace and use pauses when necessary to emphasize important points. Third, body language plays a very important role. Simple gestures, facial expressions, and proper posture can support the message and make the speaker look more confident. For example, using hand movements can help emphasize key ideas. Eye contact is also essential. By looking at the audience, the speaker can create a connection and show confidence. It also helps keep the audience focused and engaged. Lastly, the speaker should avoid reading directly from notes or slides. Instead, try to speak naturally and only use notes as guidance. This will make the speech feel more authentic and professional. Common mistakes in speech. When delivering a speech, there are several common mistakes that often happen, especially for beginners. One of the most common mistakes is relying too much on notes or slides. When a speaker keeps looking at the text, it reduces interaction with the audience and makes the delivery less engaging. Another mistake is lack of confidence. Nervousness can be seen through body language, voice, or eye contact, and it may affect how the audience receives the message. Monotonous delivery is also a problem. If the speaker does not vary their tone or expression, the audience may feel bored and lose focus. In addition, not mastering the material is a serious issue. If the speaker does not fully understand the topic, it can lead to unclear explanations and confusion. Poor preparation is another factor that can cause problems during a speech, such as forgetting points or running out of time. By recognizing these mistakes, we can avoid them and improve our speech performance. Tips for effective speech. To deliver an effective and successful speech, there are several important tips that should be followed. First, preparation is the most important step. The speaker should understand the material deeply, not just memorize it. This will make the delivery more natural and confident. Second, practice is essential. Practicing several times before the presentation can help improve fluency, reduce nervousness, and make the speaker more comfortable. Third, understanding the audience is very important. Different audiences may require different approaches, language styles, or examples. By knowing the audience, the speaker can adjust the speech accordingly. Fourth, using real-life examples can make the speech more interesting and easier to understand. Examples help the audience relate the topic to real situations. Fifth, Time management should not be ignored. The speaker should ensure that the speech fits within the given time without rushing or being too long. By applying these tips, the speech will be more effective, engaging, and professional. Application in business. Speech is widely used in many business situations, making it an essential skill in the professional world. For example, in product presentations, a speaker needs to clearly explain the features, benefits, and advantages of a product to potential customers. In company meetings, speech is used to share ideas, discuss problems, and make decisions. Clear communication is very important to ensure everyone understands the discussion. Speech is also very important in pitching to investors. In this situation, the speaker must convince the audience about a business idea, which requires strong persuasive skills. In addition, speech is used in training sessions and seminars to educate employees and improve their skills. Speech is also commonly used in formal events such as company celebrations or official ceremonies. These examples show that speech is not only important, but also frequently used in various business activities. Benefits of mastering speech. Mastering speech skills provides many valuable benefits, especially in the professional world. First, it helps improve communication skills. Being able to express ideas clearly is very important in both personal and professional situations. Second, it increases self-confidence. When someone is used to speaking in front of others, they will feel more comfortable and confident in various situations. Third, it makes it easier to deliver ideas or opinions. This is especially important in business, where clear communication can influence decisions. In addition, strong speech skills can support career development. People who can communicate well often have more opportunities for leadership roles and career advancement. Speech skills also help in building professional relationships. Good communication can create trust and strengthen connections with others. Because of these benefits, speech is considered one of the most important soft skills in today's world. Conclusion. In conclusion, speech is a very important part of business communication. It is used to deliver information, influence the audience, and build strong professional relationships. By understanding the structure of a good speech, applying effective delivery techniques, and preparing carefully, we can communicate our ideas more clearly and professionally. Speech is not just a skill, but an important tool that can support success in the business world. Therefore, it is important for us to continue practicing and improving our speech skills over time. That concludes the explanation of the speech. See you all. Thank you.